Well, you know me. I like these little readings where we go digging. Today is a big day in our country and the world as we transition from one administration to the other. I was going to say regime, but I pulled out the pendulum. I just want to know right off the bat, like. All right. I don't know who I'm talking to. Let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi. I'm excited. Let's see. Will the inauguration go off without a hitch? No. There will be problems today during this transition of power. Yes. Ooh. Hey, if y'all got any questions about what's going to happen today, feel free to ask. I'm asking Spirit. These are direct. If you live in the United States or in some governmental capacity, you might really take an interest in what's going on. I would if I were y'all. Tell me about some of these potential issues that could arise today. The wheel. Oh, okay. Lord. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. What I'm feeling off of that, right, for that question with the wheel showing up, you may see the transition rapidly advance. A succession much quicker than you thought. What are some of the potential issues that could arise today? Look at this. So the wheel came out first. We drew the Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, right? And the Ace of Cups. Then we drew the Ten of Swords, the Strength, and the Hierophant. Boy, I tell you. Six of Wands is sitting on the bottom of the deck, so I will say this. Whatever goes down today is exactly the way it's supposed to go. Both with people's interference here on Earth and whatever's supposed to play out in a heavenly sort of sense. Yeah, I do know, like, we haven't had a president thus far who has not been related to each other, right? I would even go as far to say that if we dug into the vice presidential candidates over time and the people who held that office, you might find that there's even deeper connections. Like, for instance, the incoming vice president, she has ties to the West Indies, right? Now, there was a documentary put out a little bit ago, maybe about a year or two, that illustrated how the current people who sit on the British throne stole that John. You know, all's fair in war. You know, so I'm not pointing fingers, but they stole the throne. And the actual genetic lineage of the people who belong there, they're still within crown properties, meaning even though Jamaica is independent, it was once one of their properties. The woman, they trace back to Jamaica, whereas Kamala's lineage from India by way of Jamaica. I'm just saying. You might find out some very interesting details about her particular ancestry, her genetics. That's wild. That Ten of Swords next to the Strength and the Hierophant don't feel too good. It feels like a hoodwink. Tell me about this Ten of Swords, Strength, Hierophant, please. Because it really does. It feels like a hoodwink. Knight of Cups, King of Swords, Two of Wands, Nine of Wands, Devil and Queen of Wands. I see the procession, even though it's not the traditional one. I don't feel like Joe's going to do a bunch of talking today. I don't. I feel like we're going to hear more Kamala for whatever reason. She going to be put front and center a lot. Election was November, December, October. I'm wrong direction. December, January. I said a long time ago that within 7 months Kamala would be president. I'm still standing by that. Yeah. Diminish the capacity, something like that. She could fuck around and be like, his mental health, his thoughts aren't clear. He's not strong enough, physically strong enough to fulfill his duties. Like, oh, this is going to be interesting. How they get her ass into the presidency. Hi, everybody. Going to witness a massive shift. What is that? What is that shift I'm seeing in the Queen of Pentacles? They not saying. Oh, I'm on the right track. Okay. Bless you. There's definitely a plan here. Hey, good morning. So I got the pendulum out. This is not necessarily for personals. This is about what's going on today in the U.S., the inauguration, the transition of power. So if you have any direct questions for Spirit pertaining to that, I am freely asking them with the pendulum. So by all means, line them up if you got them. Let's be Curious George. Is Kamala married? Does she have kids? I just got the strangest hit. I know there was some really yucky stuff said about her in her personal life, how she got to her position. But people are slanderous, and I don't know that to be true, and it's none of my business. I'm not here to judge on that level. Um, I'm just very, very curious about her. Y'all remember the rumors about Sierra, the singer, dancer? Y'all remember that? She's married, no kids. I don't think she can have them. And that's not me poking fun. What I'm seeing right here, I don't physically think it's possible for her to have them. Wow. That's terrible. I don't need to know that. But I want to, Yeah, I think maybe her name was Kamal at one time. I wish I was just being, exactly, Ray. Exactly. I'm trying to be tasteful about what I'm picking up here. I don't really see how this is relevant, but the smear campaigns are real, right? You remember how they went after Michelle, right? I'm going to leave my opinion out of what they did and what they said because that's not relevant. I'm just bringing to your attention some of the tactics in which, you know, people like to use to discredit a person. I don't feel like this is discrediting, though. I feel like this is just modern, if you will. I wish I knew her birthday. Oh my God. Is she an Aquarius? Oh, sorry. Sorry, bud. You always underfoot. Oh my gosh. If she's an Aquarius, I've been seeing this for a minute and I didn't know where it was coming from. Yeah, but even though what I remember about them saying about Sierra, not that she was a man, that she was a hermaphrodite, that she was born intersexed. But I do believe she had a kid. Not everybody who was born with such conditions can reproduce. Sometimes it's real. You got to pick a direction. You know what I mean? Like they're malformed, the genitals, and so the parents pick a direction. Really, what they should be doing is checking for ovaries and uterines and shit, and then make a better choice. Um, but yeah, Lord have mercy. She's a Libra. Okay, so that air energy. I gotta look at her chart. I really do. I've been seeing this in different readings. I've been doing little random shits, like different channels, and like, yo, I don't. Damn, that don't need to come out. That ain't nobody's business. I don't think. I really don't see how that's relevant. But when you dealing with the likes of people like our outgoing president and how low vibrational he can be, it's not hard to understand why this little bit of information, this little nugget, this is where I'm pulling this from. You see the Queen of Pentacles? You see the DNA right there, the sprinkling, and you see the King of Pentacles right, like, oh man. And that's just the way the Devil and the Queen of Wands came out. I don't like that combination. That's some high level witchery, y'all. I'm not even playing. This has nothing to do with nobody. This is all the inauguration. So there is high magic being done today, in case you didn't know that any of these ceremonies is high magic. Anything done on the Capitol Mall is high magic. The whole fucking place was laid out by the Masons. If you don't know that, you probably shouldn't be here with me. You probably should be going back and looking at American history and our founders and shit like that. That way you come back with some enlightenment. All the East Coast cities were laid out the same way for a reason. I ain't gonna get into that. Kabbalah, Kabbalah, Kabbalah. That's all I'm gonna tell you about it. 10, 20, 64. You can figure out the moon without the birth time. It's harder to find out the rising, the cusp placements without the birth time. But you can get pretty much. What's that site? Astro Theme? They're pretty good about finding all the information on politicians and celebrities, present and past. So that's probably where I would go look for very detailed chart information. Like you pay for services for yourself on there, but they got if you're a who's who person in our society that's coming on, yeah, that your information is somehow on that daggone site. Like I don't know how the hell they do it. I think they just generate them as best proximity. But anyway, hey, you gonna now the birth time is that's the most sensitive information. Move, go play. You got all them toys. Play. Mm-hmm. I would not be listen. I know why security's so tight. I'm looking at this 10 of swords, right? Look at the blind. Look at the dude. Who that look like? Who that look like? Let the finger pointing begin. Oh man. Remember, as of yet, the inauguration can't happen till noon, right? As per our constitution on the 20th day of the year, blah 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 blah. Right? So Donald is up in Air Force One flying right now to Mar-a-Lago, right? He's going to take aim at her. Joe's not really his target. He's already done his damage to Joe. He's already exposed that there's something wrong with his speech and his mind. I'm looking at the King of Swords here. He's heading in a different direction. This is all plot. This dang boy, cold as ice. If the impeachment doesn't go well, the second one, right? If they aren't able to keep these charges and make him stick and barring him from running again, all this is just juice. 4 years go by so fast. Alright, y'all drawing my attention to the spellcasters. Alright. What is this bottom row? Like, I do want to know about that 10 of swords first, though. Tell me about the 10 of swords. Hangman comes out reverse. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Told y'all, everything is as it should be. I got that from jump. No matter what information, what little glimpses they give me, this is all happening the way it's supposed to be. The will. I still want to know about these particular problems. Now, he could start a smear campaign today. Like, it could start literally today, flooding the media, flooding the internet with little sprinkles of this information about who she truly is. Mm, mm, mm. Something to the effect of, you see, look, you see how it's like a capsule or a pod and how it's hatching and, that's so fucked up. That's such trifling, low vibrational thing. It really is. I can't help it. I'm not pleased to see that. Not surprised, but not pleased either. Clarify this bottom row. What is this? Told you this again. I feel like this is all strategy. waiting to unveil this. See, look, been biding time. No pun intended, but biding, yeah, right. Waiting on the right moment, going back and forth on whether or not. I feel like this is all about timing. Look how the dog's present in both images here, both cards. This is the moment to take action on it, to unveil something. Boy, if you don't stop putting your nails in me, we're gonna fight. No. You got to learn. You got to learn. You got to learn. Yeah, you great. Right. Stop. We'll play when I'm done. Now stop. Here, this is the one you want. Play with that one. Don't mind me. Told you gotta make time for him. Petty don't even begin to describe what the hell this man is doing. Like, he's been sitting on this information, just waiting. I feel like he gonna be far enough away, right, on his way to Mar-a-Lago. So if and when things pop, because it looks like they may, I see the fortress, I see all the soldiers out there, making sure nothing pop. But you did hear, right, that they had found people within the military. I have to confirm this story. Someone called me first thing this morning with this information, telling me that they had uncovered people within the National Guard who were part of QAnon or whatever that group is, and they had to remove them. So there's been infiltration everywhere, okay? Like, I tried to tell people that before. You're in the military makes you swear an oath, so you can't outwardly complain, right? You can't. But then we had this guy in office that was like the freaking Antichrist for the last 4 years, shaking up things. I mean, I remember being in service and having private conversations about how people felt about the Joint Chiefs of Staffs at the time, and you know what I mean, like, power go to people's heads, and most of these folks that's up in the upper echelons of the military and the federal government are so disgusting. Like, they are the worst, most vile, just foul people. They really are. That level of power has absolutely gone to their heads. Like, just walk around with the worst little man complex you can imagine, male or female. It's just a nasty energy they carry. And it always reminds me of that scene from A Few Good Men when Jack Nicholson's arrogant ass is sitting on that stand and he gives Tom Cruise that lecture about, standing a post and a guard and questioning how they protected it. Man, FOH with that. Like, really. Hey, bud, no, really. Go get it. Right. They're not, So if you see anybody above like a ward leader or a mayor, and even pushing at a mayor is a little high in the power realm and how these people perceive what they can do, if you will. It's going to be an interesting ass day. 25,000 troops are on the streets of D.C. right now, waiting for shit to jump, waiting for things to pop off. They got real interesting orders to move, y'all. Don't get it twisted. Who is this energy? Who is the Queen of Wands and the Devil? Who is that? The outgoing. Look. 8 of Cups, High Priestess, Death, right? Two of Wands. This is the outgoing presidency. Not ready to leave at all. This man has done everything he can to not have to vacate. Look. He's got some info on Kamala. Oh my God, that is nasty. I don't like that. I hope I'm not right. I really do. I hope I'm not right. I thought the 25,000 troops was overkill. Apparently, it's not. At all. It's not. They see exactly what it's hitting for. They not going to delay. They not going to wait. They not going to allow for any sort of rah-rah shit to pop. Don't get it twisted. They are literally scouring the internet right now. Every little bit of chatter, following it all. Making sure everything goes smooth as best as possible. You're going to see a strong showing of force. Strong. We past petty. We at just diabolical. That's a serious show of force here. That's what that 25,000 troops is. That's, I don't know why people think Joe's sweet. He not. Kamala's definitely not sweet. Look at her track record as a district attorney. They just waiting on the call. They in double dutch mode. I don't like this. There are real patriots in the armed services. Like real patriots. This might be, he might try this as a distraction to keep the impeachment from moving forward. He can't. Whatever happens, they're working together. The president and the vice president coming in. This is a tandem act. Don't get it twisted. I keep seeing this yin and yang, not to mention this pair came out like that. I'm going to be crawling the internet today, I see. It's here to destroy. The information he wants to expose about her is not to help her legacy whatsoever. It's to hurt her legacy. But I'm going to ask that directly. Because that's what I wanted y'all to interact and get your questions through about these things. Does the information he has about Kamala, does it help her legacy or hurt her legacy? Yes for help, hurt for no. He ain't trying to help nobody but his damn self. Like, for real. He sees her as a direct threat. Joe's not the issue for the outgoing president. I don't know. He's just not. That's not what I feel here. He wants to slay her. You know, mental energy. He wants to destroy how the public views her. Like, He wants to show her to be a beast or a savage or some sort of wolf in sheep's clothing, which very well could be the case. It's no secret. I don't support the people going in. I don't support the people going out. I don't have that. No, no dogs in that race. Sorry. Not sorry at all. I literally was privy to the brown nosing that she was doing, making her way through the circuits up and down America. I know a lot of people, y'all. You would, I'm not a name dropper, but I know a lot of people. And for the last, 3 years, she had been making sure she was the only real choice, the only real candidate. She was at all the right parties, at all the right venues. Private ones, not public ones. She knew exactly who to talk to, where to be. This was in the making. Yeah. Look over here so you don't see me robbing the what is it, the till. That's what he did. He's been sitting on this shit. I wouldn't even be surprised if he comes out and tries, you know how people from the West Indies have practices and cultures. Shit, we all into the metaphysics, and so, the majority of the world ain't even gonna snub their nose at it. They're gonna be like, man, what else you got? But this whole trans thing I'm picking up on, like, he gonna come after her character hard. All from sunny Florida. Now, if you're just joining, if you have any, this is all about the inauguration. If you have any direct questions that you are just giddy to know, post them in the chat and we will answer them. It's not anything personal. This is direct for all of us. The shit that happens today affects the whole freaking world. I don't care if you're a U.S. citizen. It affects you. I really do sense, like, oh man, I don't know how many of y'all watch, like, Madam Secretary and Homeland and shit like that, but it's always the things going on behind the scenes that they don't talk about, right? All of it's done to keep the president in a position of what they call plausible deniability. I love that phrasing. I think it's just like, it just tickles a part of me. We ain't gonna get into that. But she's gonna be in control. She's a fierce contender. Don't get it twisted. Even if she does practice anything, she the bomb at it. Oh man. What else? Tell me about this Ace of Swords, please. And the Page of Swords. It's something coming out in the news, the press, like, nah, man. Exactly. Ain't no truth in politics. That's why they all have to have a law degree to teach you how to lie, how to manipulate the English language and manipulate the people at the very same time. Wow. Can I have one more, please, Page of Swords? Now, that's an interesting thing. I don't give a fuck if they watch me or not. I'm just your friendly neighborhood psychic. Now, they could have had, which wouldn't surprise me, and they uncovered some sort of information from that. I don't know if that's legal or not, but again, I get this thing that they've been waiting. Is that a bug? Her phones. Like at the phone lines or something. Because the chariot is movement, but it's traveling over the world, you know what I mean? So, phone. Her home phone or something like that was tapped. Phoenix, I agree. I said that from Jump Street. I said, no, no, no. People, wait, breathe. This is what 400 plus years of American entitlement has bred. Look at it go. Look at it go. And they get mad at young black people, right? Because they all of a sudden waking up to their privilege and entitlement and their rights and shit. Yeah, can do that. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's just fairness. Yeah, they had her shit tapped. Everywhere she went, whether it was a hotel or... Wow. They heard some shit. Some damning... And it is damning. Maybe just in the court of public opinion. Wow. Hold on. I don't care. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. That's just where I'm at with it. Whatever. We can have a conversation. I don't care. Give me a second. Does Donald plan on using a smear campaign against Kamala? Yes. Did he have her phones tapped? No. Were her phones tapped? Alright, so the page is a spy card. Were they just watching her? Did someone witness something about her in a governmental capacity? Whoa. Ugh. Yes. Wait. Are you moving? No. Okay. Will anything that will be presented to the public be true about Kamala? I still feel you moving. You're going to have to make up your mind. There we. I can feel the interference. Doesn't matter. I can feel the interference. you check out their postings. Check out the Office of Homeland Security. Oh, there's quite a few of them you should be looking at. Like, State Department. They make a lot of awesome posts. Yeah, just saying. What I sense from that back and forth, like with that level of interference, they're going to try to clean this up. It is a smear campaign. Doesn't mean everything they're going to say is not true. I feel like it's going to be like 50-50. I'm just going to... Was she born intersex? That's a yes. Can she actually have children? I feel like that ship has sailed anyway, but can she actually have them? No. My cards really don't lie, man. Like, what the hell I was saying? Like, boy, I tell you, that's some personal business that's really nobody's business. I just, you see stuff. Just saying. Just saying. I did. That's why I was like, ooh, we talking. But not everybody who's born that way. Again, sometimes they're more developed in one way or the other. Sometimes parents just make a choice. It's a very hard thing to, like, that is mind-boggling. You might find that she truly is the masculine, married or not. She's the... I don't even want to get into her bedroom shit. Stop showing me flashes. Dang. Alright, let me see. What else we got? Again, if you guys have any direct questions about the inauguration or things that could transpire in the next, what is it, the first 100 days? They about to put a mask ban, or not ban policy in place. It's gonna feel like the fucking Gestapo, if you ask me, about what I'm picking up on. But anyway, I pray not. Well, these troops have to do anything today. I want to know. We're not doing books. It's too much. Will the troops be called into action today in D.C.? Oh, too many. Ooh! No, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Okay. Lord, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But they ready. They are on alert. It's a lot of love. Look, Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, King of Cups. That's a lot of love. That's good. That's real good. Whew. Ace of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Five of Wands, Chariot, Eight of Wands, Nine of Swords, Ten of Cups. It's all preemptive. They're only there just on some just in case shit. Okay. These speeches is thorough. He'll have touchdown before noon. Okay, I'm just like, man, there's so much consideration for what Don can do as he's leaving. That's really it. Like, all of this is because they know he has influence over people. But overall, all right, check this out, right? I'm looking at the numbers, right? I got a lot of order. 5 to 7, 8, 9, 10. I immediately got a military reference, like watch your six, you need to watch your back. They're just literally there to make sure shit don't pop off. Like, there's a lot of anxiety because they know there's interference because it's supposed to be a beautiful day of coming together. And it's not going to be traditional in the sense where there's thousands of people welcome. You know what I mean? Y'all seen the inauguration processions before. I do feel like this incoming administration is highly favored by the armed forces. They're very happy to see this. They feel, for whatever reason, this, in their minds, this unifies the country again. But I'm not privy to what soldiers and GIs are talking about anymore, so I don't know. But I would think, because most of them have incredibly blended families, and I mean that, like, our men and women of the armed forces find love in every nook and cranny of the world. So some of the most highly blended, most beautifully swirled families are in service member families. Within that environment, you see exactly how love is blind. Like, people from all over the world find each other. You station here, you station there. So for them, this, the white guy president, the black chick VP, you know what I mean? Like, this for the military, what I'm feeling, is very important for them. That's really sweet. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, we got good troops, y'all. I talk a lot of shit about the Guard, but they've been much more active since 9/11, so can't really talk about them anymore. They show up. They're there strictly to prevent, in their own the energy they're putting out. They don't really plan on picking up weapons. They feel like their showing of capacity and numbers and force is more than enough. They got the tanks out. Feel like they got the tanks out. 25,000 troops plus tanks, Humvees. Right. They're good. This is a good day for them. That Ace of Swords is like, let freedom ring. I literally heard that, like, let freedom ring. That's cool. Hold on, let me stand up for a second. Make sure he's not underfoot. Let me see. I like that question. Student loan debts be canceled. Was that some hope they gonna do something about canceling these student loans? This administration? That's gonna be a no for them, dog. Nah, they're not doing that. Please. They're like, we give you Pell Grants. They're running commercials about unused grant money. That's so nice. $6,000 a year. It helps, but hmm. Yeah. I come from a long line of military people. At least one in each generation has joined, myself included. I feel like I completed the quota for my generation within my family. We're done with that shit. We're done. Like, we're done. We're done. Done. Hmm. I feel like the biggest concern from the military folks that are out on the streets of DC right now, they're worried about what they could be told to do. It's one thing to control a crowd. It's another thing to be told to defend, to fire back, to strike back. It's different. Like, there are two extremes here. They're very worried about what could pop off with that Eight of Wands, what they could be instructed to do. Mm. Overall, it's gonna be good though. That's a lot of love. I mean, that's almost all. The cup cards. Like, that's incredible. Oh, that's cool. It really is a day of unity for the military people. That's how they're feeling it. That's how they're viewing it. That's cool. But these speeches is going to be amazing. I don't know who wrote them. There's always a speechwriter in the wings, but they're going to be really well thought out. Can I tell you, this is the day I've been waiting on since November 3rd. Like, really, I stopped watching the news, everything. I just stopped. So everything is always fresh when I have conversations with people about what's going on right now. Because I'm like, no, this is the moment. For me, everything starts to shift now. I don't know. That's just what I felt instinctively. Yeah, well, he lied. Hey, Nancy. That's a good question. I like these, but my hands don't like shuffling them. I'm not. I took the cards up. The King of Pentacles tried to jump out my damn hand. Her goal is to get to the office of president. Not even joking. Her goal is to get to the top. Let's get that was. What is Kamala's goals for this administration through her term? What are her goals? Huh. That seems a little simplistic, but it's to, like, cut through the confusion, the bullshit, the deception, all of that. Like, her goal is to show you really that she's gonna be a great leader. Like, mm-mm. Whereas in terms past, right, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors, a lot of, tell them what they need to know. She plans on being as transparent as possible. A bringer of truth, if you will. Expose that. She is action oriented. I'm trying to tell you. She's going to control. I just get that so strong. Page of Cups, like, yeah, whatever. Whatever message of peace, love, and hair grease, I would be real suspect of that shit. I'd be real suspect. She look all docile. She look innocent. Nah, that's a beast. It's a beast under that. She was good to the police. I like that. What is her agenda over the next 4 years? Ugh. Now that's interesting. Now she might do something for the kids. Like she really may focus on education, on bringing, even though she doesn't have children, which is funny, right? She might focus on the re-implementation of the American family, of family values and standards and things like that. She feels like that's what's missing in our country. I also see, you know how we've been trying to get minimum wage up to $15 nationwide. There's going to be an increase in the standard of living. Like she's got some pretty interesting goals. Maybe whatever she was doing in California is going to have some a great beneficial impact nationwide. But that's interesting. Even like making, I almost feel like working more or something like that. Because it's like here, the rejection of the cup, right? I told you that's a funky ass cup with that one down there. And then there's a pentacle replaced. Family values. Tell me about that page. What is that page looking at? More kids come out. Now, mind you, right? Look, Empress on the bottom. Look, her and her husband, they could actually end up adopting a kid while in office. That would make her much more presidential in the future. It's all about image. That's just, shut up, Gab. The truth. She might also find out what's been going on with the kids and the trafficking. That'd be great. That would be real great. Bitch, you get my vote next election. You would. I promise you, you would. You expose that shit and all these damn predators everywhere. I like that. I see kids coming back. I see a lot of children coming back. What the hell is that? Hold on. Is she gonna... Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay, Miss Kamala. Okay. Okay. I told you, I don't give a fuck about what she was. I don't care about none of that. That's so personal. I don't care. She found somebody to love her. I don't care. That being said, this here, if that's your agenda over the next 4 years, you're going to make a fabulous leader. Hey, Jar. Yeah, she going to take care of that. I feel like she rejected something. I feel like they tried to distract her. What was this offer she rejected? What was this offer she rejected? Hold on, they came flying out sideways. No, 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 no. What was the offer she rejected? 4 cups. See? I don't know if I'm going to take that. It flipped out weird. Well, One more for the Hermit. What was the offer she rejected? Better. There's an offer for partnership. But the Hermit looks for what is hidden, right? The Hermit looks for the star in the darkness, the light in the darkness. They offered her some sort of advancement, right? That was a deal with something hidden. Mm-mm. You didn't want to join the Masons. You didn't want to, or the Jews in this instance. That's a Star of David. Either way, she didn't take a deal. I kind of, oh, California. Okay. Y'all know about the entertainment industry. You know about what goes on out in like entertainment industry, not just in California, fucking entertainment industry. You know that. Y'all saw the flight logs for everybody that was going to the fucking Epstein Island, right? You saw that shit. They came to her when she was in California with a fucking deal. She said, nah, nah, nah. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, I should have dug into you spiritually a while ago. I don't like Joe. You teamed up with fucking creepy Uncle Joe. Maybe that in itself is its own whatever. I don't. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Nah, she knew something was up. It's the Masons. It's not. It's the Masons. Jews can be Masons. Don't get it twisted. I'm not even. That's an organization compared to something else. Different. You can have both. I know Jews who are Buddhists and all sorts of things in between. Like people got multiple belief systems. Not to mention, look, you see the secret handshake, right? Oh man, it froze. Really? Can y'all see that? Is it froze on your end? Cause it's froze on mine. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. Sorry. You start saying too much, they start messing with your shit. Anyway, man, I hate to put a expiration date on somebody, but anyway, I ain't gonna keep saying it, cause I'm not trying to manifest that. I just know what I sense. But nah, she straight up. They tried to get her. They tried to get her. In one card, show me. No, no, let me use these since they're all intact. In one card, show me her moral fiber. Show me her moral character. One card. Uh-huh. I like this Seven of Pentacles. I do. She got... She's much more into spiritualism than she is into traditional religions. She is unique. And look at the card. Look how it favors her. Look. I think the only thing she could potentially be high, and I don't even think it's anything to hide, she might smoke weed. But who don't? Like, for real. They trying. It's legal in D.C. It's recreational class in the District of Columbia. Why? Because anything you do in the District of Columbia is a federal class crime because of the location. So they had to do something about that. But anyway, I'm just saying that might be the only real thing that's she guards, but that's part of her practice. That's, you know, like I keep going back to this West Indian thing. I don't know if she grew up Rastafari. I don't know, but you know, she's got some seriously grounded mm, belief systems. Like I wouldn't put a Christian label on her. I wouldn't. Oh, see, I ain't know that, but that's the only thing. Like that's it, and that's fine. That really is. I feel like belief system. Like whether you native and you smoke a peace pipe, or you Rastafari and you smoke to get closer to Jah. Like I don't know. I'm just saying, she good though. She practical as fuck. I can't even front. Dollars and cents. And she feeds her spirit. Like I like her. I like her energy. I like what I'm picking up on. I haven't met her in life yet. That'll happen soon enough. But I like what I'm seeing there. She's patient and she's kind. And she nurtures and protects what it is she values. I will say that about her. All right, honey. Good shit. She's a life path number 9. The only credit I'm gonna give Joe is that he understood the necessity of this happening. For 50 years of that man, I ain't got it. I'm done. But if he had the wherewithal to see this and make it happen, good job. Right. Born humanitarian universalist who thinks in abstract terms, born to service of others. She wants to make the world a better place. Right. Okay. Thirst for spiritual knowledge and an urge for freedom and wisdom that transcends personal needs. I'm picking up all that in that Seven of Pentacles. Like, she good. But it also says with a personal life path number 9, the higher you evolve, the more difficulties you may encounter. So whatever's about to happen next, whether it's a smear campaign, whatever, that's just showing her evolution with her life path number 9. Wow, just reading that whole thing on Life Path 9, everything that we've seen with her career, the people coming and going, and all of that is all part of it. Hi, Carolyn. Oh, yeah. I'm digging it. Okay. I wasn't. Told y'all I travel in different circles, and so anyway, super pug. Sidebar: have y'all noticed animals getting taller? It's yeah. And if you haven't, start paying attention. The animals that normally have stubby features and little, they gotten taller. It's weird. It's like everything on the planet is growing taller. I hope. Anyway, I'm not even gonna finish that statement. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Let's see. I just want to say, will any of the people from 2 weeks ago show up today during the inauguration? Will there be any attempts or dissidents? No. Excellent. I didn't think so. Most of them are still locked up. or running from being locked up. Well, that's good to know. So they said there could be some sort of interference today. What could that be? If it's not the parade, it's not the troops, then what is it? Is it Twitter? Right? Didn't they disconnect him? No. Would there be riots in Florida today? Like, I'm fishing like a champ. I'm like, wait. All right. I just don't see it. I don't know. I don't want to be negative about it, but it's like, nah, they said there's a chance of some shit, so I'm just trying to figure out where and when. Harmonizing opposites. I guess the easiest way for you to try to do that is make sure you're ambidextrous. I know, right? Sounds funny as shit, but no, for real. If your life path is 6 and your challenge is harmonizing opposites, right? Make yourself ambidextrous. If you're not already. Try patting your head and rubbing your stomach. Like, do dumb shit like that. You'd be surprised. That's a good one. That's a real good one. Will the internet go down today? Because of everything that's going on. That's a big swing. What you doing there? There's a chance for that, for sure. Or will there be a social media blackout? Ugh. Chance for that too, Phoenix. Great questions. Great questions. I know they've gone through great measure. Didn't he just pardon Steve Bannon? Wasn't he on that Breitbart website? Can you ever be charged with something again if you get a presidential pardon? Does that give you like a green, like a blank check? I'm just curious. I don't think it does, but there's a reason why he waited to the very last day to pardon Steve Bannon. You don't know what he was doing the night before. You know what I mean? Especially when we're talking about the internet going down and social media. And with the surge of people signing up to some of those alt-right, not alt-right, just those alternate social media sources outside of Twitter and Facebook. I know there's like Gab AI, which was in its infancy years ago when I came across it. But let's just keep it a stack. It had Gab in the name. I was like, well, let's see. It was too new. Wasn't enough on there. Oh, that's a good one. I feel like that 1200 is, no, the 1400. Now, they just gave people that $2,000. What happened 2 weeks ago wouldn't even happen. Because people would have been online shopping and shit. Hold on. Will the incoming administration issue the rest of the stimulus money? Hmm. There could be a fight on the hill about this shit. They're saying no. Will they issue any stimulus money? Mm. It is not looking good. It is not looking good on the stimulus front. Wow. Hold on. I got a different question. Since that was, I got two no's. They're not going to issue the rest of the money, and they're not planning on releasing any more money. Well, let's see how my fellow Americanos is going to feel about this. Will there be a public reaction to no more stimulus money being issued? Will it be the start of civil unrest? Mm. Mm. Ah. Will the seven planets moving into the sign of Aquarius have any impact on the response of the people? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hi, you finally returned. Thank you. Yeah, I don't even ask that. Yeah, Phoenix, absolutely. I got a memo yesterday or Monday, about all four key factors for a stock market crash to happen have happened, and so now we're literally by, like, it's a time, like, if you I can't tell you, I'm not your financial planners, but I tell you, if you started talking to them right about now, depending on how much you're invested in the market, you might want to start moving money around. Yeah, all four signs have been triggered. Not really. It happens at almost every administration, some massive tumble in the market. But I'm gonna ask Spirit. Hi. Will the stock market crash during Biden and Harris's administration? Yeah. I'm not saying do nothing drastic, but if you got hit in 2008, and I mean really hit, where the banks was like, now number one, let's just do some basic banking knowledge real quick. FDIC, and then the other one for the credit union, they only insure your individual accounts up to what? $225,000. That means if you got a dime, a penny over that, it's free money to them. And so big money doesn't even deal with regular banks. They go to broker firms and, mutual shits and all of that, right? That being said, you might want to start having conversations with your peoples. Like, there's lots of market analysts and they've been following these dips. The W has happened. It's an actual market pattern that is shown each time our market has crashed. Again, other nations, your shit floats on our dollar, so you might want to give a whole fuck. Just saying. Just a whole one. Just this one time, you might. We in the middle of a pandemic, shipping is crazy, fees is going up, the market crashing is not something any of us want. All it's trying to do is correct overinflated money. But they got to do that subtly because they don't want you to realize that you've been overspending on the dumbest shit because none of it has any value. Oh, it's happening. It really is. Like, brace yourselves. Start, like, really brace yourselves. If you living over your budgets, you might want to fix it right fucking now. Just wait. Oh, man. They so busy covering the inauguration and all of this, right? You ain't hearing too much about the vaccines and how they've stopped administering certain ones because some batches is contaminated. I'm just saying, don't you rush out there and get them to stick you with experimental medicine. Excuse me. Black people, black people, black people. I totally understand our hesitancy on getting pricked and poked with shit in this country because they got a long, treacherous ass history of using us as fucking lab rats and guinea pigs. So, right, exactly. So, can you imagine? Oh shit, I'm good with that. What's up? See, all right. You want to know why shipping from China is about obsolete for a while? It's not because of the prices. It's because China right now is on an extermination course. They have found rats in 4 cities that contain the bubonic motherfucking plague. Right. Now, they admitted, I think, to only finding a handful of rats. That means they lying. They don't do shit like this unless they got a problem, right? And on top of it, they're still trying to get from under the blame of this pandemic. So they're reacting. But they can't ship nothing out of China until they get the flea infestation problem under fucking control. Just saying. Yeah, it needs to be obsolete. You don't know what's gonna be jumping off them boats with you. No, 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 no. I wouldn't do it. I got nothing against the Chinese, but there's a lot going on in the world. And so, if you need to learn to rinse, reuse, and recycle and repurpose, look, I don't know if y'all caught the article about the 3D printer, remember? Because they were like, oh, plastics, it's the worst issue with recycling that we have as a planet, right? So they said you can grind down plastics and use those chips for your 3D printers. Now, if we can't import cheap plastics from China, that's your first hint right there, right? So you might want to go ahead and grab yourselves an inexpensive 3D printer while you can, because the prices will jump the more we can't get things imported. Just letting you know. Heads up. Heads up. Man, man. Will the plague escape China during this administration? Whoa. The suspense kills me too. Okay, I don't know. Oh, see, I was hoping for a no, but we have issues as a society. Right. Now think about why those containers need to sit there. They just need to sit there. They don't deal with this. I mean, it's such a bigger issue. It's just not about goods. We have a human trafficking issue. We have people who still are found in shipping containers on docks. We don't know what the fuck them people carrying with them. They could be carrying fleas and lice and shit. They got. Oh, just saying. Y'all need to be mindful. You need to be real mindful. I don't even get how during a lockdown where we can't even fly internationally, how a virus variant jumped, what, 6,000 miles across the Atlantic Ocean? Like, we can't figure out patient X. Just be mindful. Buy local, shop local, learn to make stuff, become artisans. Really, you can craft. Like, I hate this. I don't want to say D-Day, but this is the moment in my systems we've been waiting for, because now shit begins. Now things get to changing. It's gonna be rapid. If you got dogs, cats, go on and stock up on flea, tick. Like, I'm not joking. I'm really not joking. Shit, 2021 gonna be the return of the circles. You remember you had them circles? No outsiders welcome. It's gonna be like that. Thank you, Nancy. That's right. That's absolutely correct. Hopping on private jets, and you would think they wipe all that shit down. But anyway, my personal experience with dealing with the upper crust, there's two versions, right? There's the OCD super hygienic ones, and there's the nasty ones. And much more of them operate in a filth, in a pig sort of filth vibration than you could imagine. No hand washing, no ass wiping, none of that. They just this nasty. Yeah. Ugh. Y'all got any other questions pertaining to this day? The inauguration, how the next 4 years will go, the administration. Like, for real, this is the time. And then we can all just have this to go back and look at and see how shit play out. They talk about the Spanish flu. Forget about the fucking plague. Okay. Mm. Well, you did your job, dude. That's all I can say about that. You did. You did your job. Well, accelerated. Everything's accelerated. No, do tell. Interesting. Well, my personal opinion, I would like to see the United States, instead of the way we sit now with each state having its own constitution, into federalized states. United Federal States of America. Each area operates as its own individual province, if you will, superseding state power. Like, no, I mean, really, some states generate a hell of a lot more money, and then they just be sharing that shit. Like, anyway, no, it's different. You want to see this country come up? Watch. Instead of having city against city and county against county, now we about to work together. Let's see. In the next coming days, inconsistencies, y'all. Inconsistencies, a quick actions, too quick to take action, not following through. That's what y'all should be paying attention to. Even immaturity. I really just. I feel like if we don't challenge during this administration, like if the people really don't speak up for what it is they think is right and fair, and call them out on what it is that we need, that we're missing, we're going to miss a great mark. Pay attention to how there could be an air of elitism too. I'm like, really, how they deal with the poor, how they help the rich, they Democrats, right? You gonna see some Republican ass shit. But anyway, Dems are great for social programs, but not really getting the poor out of that bracket. There has to be some sort of plan of action here. That's a lot of wands. This could just be the pandemic too, because the Five of Pentacles is a card of sickness, is poverty, instability. They're playing on how they're going to end this pandemic. It's shaky. It's real fucking shaky, y'all. Y'all, I feel, oh, as much as I saw that, all that nice spiritual energy about her character and this and that, I still feel this power move. I feel like they even going to pardon Trump. Don't get it twisted. They might try to impeach him. Watch that one. Watch that one. They can do that. Interesting. I don't really feel agreement on how they're going to handle the pandemic. I actually feel like there are two different minds on how to handle this. Mm. I make, ooh, I feel like such an ass because I keep, mm. When she takes office, and I mean as the president, fuck this VP shit, I'm telling you now, right? When she takes power as the president, that's when you need to start paying attention. All that sweetness and all of that, you're gonna see a whole different person. Mm. Just wait. I don't even like to say that. If somebody going like Biden could fuck around and catch COVID, and we get communication about that he's sick. Next thing you know, we find out he's gone, and then and she stepson. This is gonna be real interesting. The Terra Mara project. All right. Her proclivities is dominance. I can tell you that right now. This. Mm. I bet you didn't know that she goes both ways. Whoa. Okay. I have no control what music comes out my mouth. I keep telling y'all that. So there's your proclivities answers. Wow. Y'all gonna get me all the way in trouble, spirit team. I don't really care. At the same time, this shit fun. Funny. Yes. Oh, girl. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I loved House of Cards. I watched it a few different times because I still feel like that has yet to play out. I was like, which administration are they saying? And then I was like, could it be Hillary? Nah. Nah, it wasn't Hillary. But we got a VP. They have no children, right? He was a whip, a senator, right? Oh, yeah. Boo boo, you might be right on the money with that one, that parallel. Because I myself have scratched my head on many occasions trying to figure out what DC power couple is this for some random district in Georgia that he represented at the time. I know. I did a reading on that. Art imitating life, but life isn't supposed to imitate art. They got it all fucked up. It was something like that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch my own reading because that's a trigger. Oh gosh. If she throws us Maxwell, we'll give her a reprieve. That's all interconnected. You know, the save was it the save our children, save the children. Like, oh, it's treachery. People feel. I hope y'all all feel real bad for those of you who didn't believe Pizzagate was a real fucking thing. Like, how dare you? That's why you have to watch documentaries like the one Don't Fuck with Cats. Like, that right there should show you that when people put their mind together collectively, they can do some shit. The cops miss things where the public at large picks up on it. I'm not dismissive. Hmm. Just like with the Hunter Biden thing. Yeah, okay. Y'all want to not believe that little girl laying next to him is who she is if you want to. All right, go right ahead. Like, the Obama girl going to intern at the Weinstein Corporation. Man, are you insane? Come on, man. I don't put people on pedestals. I don't care. I don't care. Boom. Look, I don't put people on pedestals. I don't. Nobody belongs on one. We're all fucking human. I look at art put on pedestals. I'm like, wow, that's some good art right there. But it's designed to be admired. No person was designed to be admired. You might be beautiful, you might be smart. That doesn't make you designed to be admired. That gave you a purpose and a task. And combinations of talents and features help the task. Do you think Einstein would have been as memorable of an image if his hair didn't look like he was constantly being electrocuted? Who was more instrumental in history, Tesla or Einstein? They just proved relativity. We could prove all the shit Nick was talking about, but Nick was a cool, calm, collected dude from, Western Bratislava. I'm joking, he wasn't from there. I'm just saying. But he looked regular. Had his traditional mustache of the era, slicked back, wore a three-piece suit. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Eccentric makes you memorable. Now we know who Tesla is. How many of us made it all the way to adulthood before you ever even knew who the fuck he was, let alone saw a picture of him? I'm just saying. Yes, he was. No, I think actually there there's some crimes in this country that are so heinous that I'm okay with mob justice. You touch kids, you get mob justice. I don't care. You forfeited your right to the whole trial and penal system. You get to be stoned by your neighbors. I'm an old school person. I've been on this plane for many cycles. I'm just an old school sort of person. I'm not advocating violence. I'm just saying if you touch a kid, you deserve what you get. Oh yeah, the victims often become the victimizers over and over, overwhelmingly. Too much water. The two extremes. Oh, absolutely. But that industry was already there. That's the sad part about it. They didn't invent the industry. They found the market. They found a way in. It's disgusting. If you go back through ancient texts throughout time, it's one thing for an adult to, allow themselves to make choices, but it's another thing when we talk about the innocence, the children. Like, no, 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 no. But even that has been done throughout history. Openly at some points and much more in the shadows in modern points. Yeah, okay. I want to know more. Nah, do I really want to know? What is she going to do exactly to help the children? Look, got a devil. He just came out like that. It's almost like to expose the hidden hand. Like the way this came out, right? Can you see it? Can you see it? My brain don't work that way. I don't get saintly vibes. I don't, not like that. Because you see this figure eight, the repetitive cycle, right? If that would have came out reverse, that would have been better. It's only partly exposing this. They might, I'm going to say they might give you somebody at the top, right? We're beyond the Maxwells and the Ghislaines, right? The Ghislaine Maxwells and the Epsteins. This is a higher tier. That's a head honcho and all of that. They're not going to give you the guy at the complete top. They're going to give you like second in command person. Right. It's just to balance the scales a little bit. Just a little bit. They're because they're not going to give you the big fish. They're going to give you somebody pretty close. But that's so things can continue and, you know, it's already crashed. You know what I mean? It's already been exposed. The situation is taken on water, if you will. And so something needs to be done about it. And the only way to keep, you know, all the balls spinning and everything going, you see the money train. You see that? This is status quo shit. So I said nobody gets nobody gets on a pedestal. There's that Four of Cups again. I feel like they keep attempting to get her to look in a different direction. They keep trying to offer her something so she won't pursue this. Nah. I feel like it's personal. I'm looking at the Three Cups right here, right? It's deeper. It means more. Maybe in some way, shape, or form, we all know people who were abused. I don't know how many people can say they know people who have been trafficked. You know what I mean? That's a different tier. But this feels personal. Well put. Eighth house. Okay, you want to know. She won't take it. That's... Collective. How can the collective raise their vibration and maintain it through these times? Because maintaining it is equally important. You can raise that bitch and it can take a nosedive. Like, phew. One, don't surround yourself with people whose energy you know it ain't good for you. Strength and unity, y'all. Community, community, community. How can a collective? Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Starman. Look at that. Told you, this is community. With the double sixes coming out. Like, normally, right, that's like soulmate. But here's the thing. There are so many types of soulmates in the world, right? Your best friend is a soulmate. Every soulmate isn't romantic. You know what I mean? It's like soul tribe. It's that family. And so broaden your umbrella, your scope of the term soulmate. Right. I feel like you're going to have to be active in this. It's going to be like a give and take sort of energy. Taking the action you're divinely guided to take. Like, look, if your spirit be like, yo, go for a walk, or yo, go participate in this, you need to listen to it. Like you do. Because there's going to be plenty of hidden dark opposite energies out there. I say opposite because the guy is in the opposite position of the two characters here, right? And these people are only there to try to take your time, your money, and all of these things, right? This is group participation. I know that sounds strange, right? Because we've all been locked up, closed off, you isolated, if you will. You know what I mean? This is why I said you're going to have the 2021 is going to be the return of the inner circle. Those trusted people. Those people who feed your soul. That if you reach out, they reach back out to you. What you give, you get. You're going to have to be really willing. I mean, he's literally overstepping bodies. Like there's people in the water there just right. So you're going to have that sort of willpower, right? To just be like, nah, I'm not going to engage in that. I'm not going to engage in that. It's not about emotional suppression. This is about elevation, if you will. Like utilizing all of that knowledge and wisdom you've acquired through a lifetime, but also the last year. People have learned a great deal of how to overcome, right? How to avoid conflict, how to avoid unnecessary arguments, right? Because this is a Six of Wands, right? So you had to get through that. You was like, you know what? I'm not gonna engage with you. I don't have to argue. I don't have to fight. And better more, what you learned is like the harmony within. You didn't, you stopped fighting yourselves. But you're going to apply all of that going forward to maintain your peace, your sanctity. You're going to have to do a lot of work to increase your auric fields. I can't tell you how to do that on an individual level. It's individual. Whether you meditate, you ground with nature, you do yoga, you should probably do all of those things. You know, it sounds crazy, but hey, you're worth it. Just saying. That's the magician. Like, you already have everything, every tool at your disposal, not to mention a hellified spirit team. I'm looking at it right there. You could do everything that you need to do to keep yourselves in that high vibing energy that you seek to be in. What you need to do is keep distancing yourselves from that shadow energy. It's like, let me see, the light. Here we go. Hold on one second. Good. You should be doing. You're worth it. Yeah, that justice is no joke. It is personal to her. Like they keep trying to give her something, but hold on, let me finish this. You have everything you need to keep yourselves vibing high. You know who to surround yourselves with. You know who not to surround yourselves with. You also know that as much as your shadow is very much a part of you, the goal is not to live in that energy. It's like you got to give it a little bit, right? That's a small pinnacle, a little bit, but that's it. It's like you can't suppress. That's not what this is. It's not about suppression. It's acknowledgement. Be bold. Be confident. Your energies are already balanced. Masculine, feminine energies within. Look at this. No, they really are balanced. And all you have to do really to stay motivated, to stay peaceful, to stay in that high vibing energy is, again, look back. That's the Six of Cups. Look back to the things that have transpired. Look, all of these beautiful transitions. Look how much you've grown. Look, it keeps climbing. It keeps growing to get to that place of harmony and balance. Right. Take stock. Rejoice in all of your blessings. Really. Appreciate, appreciate, appreciate. Stay in that loving energy. It's not hard. We've mastered this already. But staying there, because people will test your gangster, because you can see the people creeping up on you. You can see people trying, but you ain't got to deal with that. You've already learned that. Look, I love how the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Wands came out, right? Not to mention, right under here was another six, right? You've overcome quite a bit. Quite a bit. To elevate yourself, to raise your vibration, to maintain your equilibrium. I do feel like connecting with Source is going to be very vital going forward. Checking in with your star player, star man, really. Checking in with them. Checking in with Source. Checking in with Spirit. Because you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested. What is this offer they keep making her that she keeps rejecting? What is this offer? Spill it. King of Wands. Power. They keep... What do you mean? What do you mean they're offering her power? Like, what? Look at that shit. Sustained. Lasting power. I don't like that. That feels so wicked. That feels so wicked. Look. Six of Swords. She says no because I feel like she might have been down a path like this before, and she learned some lesson. Six of Swords, right? Then look what's under that. The Five of Cups, right? Look at this. She don't want it, right? See the Three Cups? See the two here in Temperance? Oh, Kamala. Did you? Did you? Did you? Did you? Did you make a deal with a low-lying devil before? And it didn't work out so well? I feel like she's been trying to make up for it ever since. Huh. Wow. Alright. Alright, I'm going to leave it right there. We'll check back in. I'm going to come up with some questions for the first 100 days of power of their administration and see what we come up with. But I'm going to stop right there. Light and love, peace and blessings. Love you, love you, love you. Bye.